Hi, this is Jason Nelson with Ascent Internet. We provide web design, web development, and internet marketing services. I just want to talk today a little bit about web programming and what type of programming we use at our company, and what when you pull up a website, what's kind of going on behind the scenes. I'm not really going to get into the code since it's a little bit technical and it's really not that visually interesting unless you're a coding geek, but I can just provide some basics on what goes into a website, and I'll kind of use mine as an example for our company. This isn't an overly intensive graphic design here on this site, but it provides, I can talk about some of the programming that goes into this site. So first off, you can kind of see that this keeps changing here, this graphic. So what I'm doing here is just using three different pictures, and they're on a 7-second JavaScript timer. So this is JavaScript, and it's a programming language, and it allows you to do some really cool things, really cool effects. You may see other websites that have the little dots down here, like maybe 4 dots, and it's rotating between those 4 different images with the messaging, and then you can click on the different pages that come up through the images, or the different links, I should say. You may also see other websites that have maybe like a four sections here, and then it kind of goes through each one and populates over here. So you can click on the one you're interested. But it's just kind of a cool effect because that way you don't have like a static website that's just kind of a placeholder where this is more interactive and there's more going on to catch people's attention and want them to prompt them to take action on your website to learn more about your service and ultimately contact you for your product or service. So that's what I have going on here in this area in terms of JavaScript. Other than that, this is just more basic, just images. These are actually just images, and then just some HTML code and a submit here that's tied into a Google search function. But I'll go down here and explain a few other things that are going on this page. So here we have a contact form, and that's a good idea so that people can get in touch with you and that want to use your service can find you or get in touch with you easily. Perhaps they want to send you an email to ask a question or to learn more about your service instead of calling you right away. So you definitely want to provide that opportunity to them. And you can see here that when I click on that, it goes away. So that's actually JavaScript too. So a JavaScript on-click event is what it's called, and it's a really cool feature so that when you can prompt people to do things, and then when they click, something happens. So again, more examples of just a dynamic programming and having a dynamic website of that. When they're using it, they can have a more visually rich and a better experience on your website. So going down here, you can also use JavaScript to check and validate different information. So you want to validate that they put in, perhaps you want to validate that they actually left an email, they actually put in a name. But you can do that through a JavaScript validation function, or just through a PHP validation function as well. And then also you can validate this code here. Like, so say you had this code, you could validate that code so that you're not getting a bunch of spam messages, which limits that and kind of gets the people you want to get in touch with you, have them get in touch with you, and not other people that really don't, other than to sell you something or have you take some other action. So that's how contact form works in terms of basic level. There's tons of ways to do it, and you can add graphic elements on top of the JavaScript. Well, these are in text boxes, but you can get the idea in terms of what you can do with programming to improve the experience on your website. And then just in terms of a basic PHP website or in WordPress, the great thing about PHP, one of the great things are called includes, and that allows you to, for example, if I had this header on every page of my website, which a fair amount of people do, maybe different variations of it, when I make a change in PHP programming, and you have an include or require, it can apply it to every page on the website. So it's a huge time saver if you have a 20-page website or a lot more than that. if with just straight HTML, you're gonna have to change every single page. Like, it's pretty time consuming, pretty annoying. Whereas with PHP, you make one change on that include file and it's going to apply it to every page that you've indicated you want it to on your website. So that's kind of the great thing about programming. It's a huge time saver, and it also adds some really cool effects to your site. And other than that, that's all I'll cover for now. I hope this has been helpful. Again, we provide web design and programming services as well as internet marketing. And we are Ascent Internet at ascentinternet.com. And my name is Jason Nelson, and you can reach me here at 435-319-7260 for your web design and development and programming needs. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.